Hey you guys, Maurice here. Just wanted to go ahead and actually film this property in the background, so mind you about the stuff that you can do when the hurricane season. See, look at all these piles in the back. Now, I'm standing here, it's October the, let me see, it's October the, let me go look at my phone. Let me go get that out. Let me go look at my phone. It's October the, let me see, on the phone, it's October the 13th. So you guys, it's October the 13th. Reason being for this video, as just want to give y'all a mutual update and also add a little bit of a quote to it. All right. Now you know how you know what, you are driving along and you got your setup. All of a sudden now you see this car kind of swaying and stuff like that, but you kind of want to dodge it, but you can't. The traffic appears to be heavy. You're in like not panic attack, but overcautious, and still the driver still cuts you off anyway. Well, I was heading along, I say coming on my way to here, and a driver automatically cuts me off and park. I'm like, man, I'm going down park. I mean, sorry about that for y'all that don't know me. As far as that being said, for this channel, this is what you're viewing is Oscellaris Lawn Care. Excuse me, excuse my French. I'm sorry about that. If y'all guys don't know me, or you're appearing on your friend's shoulder and you're actually watching this video being viewed from your friend's iPhone, Android, etc. I'm sorry about that. Well, back to the story. And she begins to, she sees me turning, and as I turn, she turns on her blinker and starts turning and looks at me kind of strange. Man, that's something else. That would have been clear an accident for old Betsy over here. Of course, you know, that would have been a little bit more reason to go get a truck or whatever, but not. But nowadays, I'm kind of looking at my options as far as that being said. General funding for the truck this year, only, before everything kind of went into a catastrophic failure for me, which was a learning lesson that you shouldn't always have your eggs in one basket. Meaning that you shouldn't always have your eggs in one thing in lawn care, because whether you know it or not, it'll mess up. Every business will. It's not just lawn care, but every business will. I once had a detailing business, and you know, equipment failed, stuff like that. I learned my lesson about keeping up maintenance on my equipment, keeping up with the equipment, the times of when they throw sales on equipment, to kind of go ahead and go to your dealer. And I'm that type of guy. Now I'm gonna say like this, and I'm gonna follow up with everybody else's quote, but don't mark me for wrong. But I went to Ace because my dealer is not a steel dealer. I went to Ace and I got this stick, the combi system, 91R. And I kind of noticed that y'all were commenting in the last video, and you were like, man, that's a 91, that's a KS 100 or something. I forgot what the comment was, but it was a guy that was really wanted to have a little battle with me, and I was like, nah, this is R. This is not even R. And he's saying, hey, you know what? You know better than that. And I was like, hey, I was back and forth. We're doing our little kidding thing. And I don't take, now, I do take y'all serious when it comes to the comments and stuff like that. But the bad comments I kind of ignore, because I know that that person is in a place right now, in a sunken place right now in their life, and they want somebody to hurt. So they're not gonna give you the most minute thing for a comment. They're probably gonna tell me that, oh, my flesh is, my head is bald headed, look like I'm going bald, or the freckles on my face are not appearing well on camera, so they're gonna call me ugly or whatever, whatever be their mean. So I don't even pay attention that long, but I just want to show y'all. I mean, now look at the results on the yard. So now, if you look at the results on the yard, you know, I should have did a before and after, but I didn't want to really bring it to that extent. Not with this particular yard right here, because for one, it's out of respect. Two, this is a repeat customer, and I want to keep them. Having repeat customers, it seemed like so far in the past 3 years since I've been started this business right here, this particular one, that I've had nothing but success with repeat customers. So that's good. That's better. All right, now look at this result right here. Now all this grass was high. It was high. See that? Sidewalk, everything like that. It was high. As we walking along, you know, the hurricane kind of did some damage. I'm probably gonna phone call. Some of y'all don't know, I do a little bit of my own little carpentry here and there, pre-carpentry. So we can put together a good fence. But here it goes. Here it goes. That's the result, man. Look at that. Look at that. Now, there's some of y'all that are sitting at home and different parts of the world and stuff like that. You be like, hey, you know what? This yard made major improvements. It was a high grass yard. Sometimes, you know, basically out of respect, I don't really show sorry about that, show off to, you know, general potential clients and also potential law enforcers that we call, you know, ourselves on YouTube. You know, here in Oscellaris Lawn Care LLC, we have that respect for our customers and stuff. You know, they've been through drastic things like this, as you see after the storm. There's still people got piles of debris out here. So look, piles of debris, and they haven't been picked up yet by the city. The city gave some notice ahead of the storm, and they told the people to go ahead and put all of their storm debris on the, you know, on the end of the driveway, some at the end of the sidewalk or whatever, whatnot. It all depends on where you're living at. And doing good. And oh yeah, sell barrels too, man. Look at that, selling barrel. I don't want to show y'all too much of that. Y'all ain't here for that one. But shoot, got to get my hustle on. So with that being said, it is a lot of things that's been going on in Oscellaris Lawn Care LLC's business. There's a lot of things that I had to go ahead and approach for family members, family time. I had to go ahead and have that big boy talk with my family members and stuff like that, because we were fighting amongst forces to try to go ahead and maintain family image. Went through, like, you know, some prior deaths, some recent relationship, you know, bickers and stuff like that, but don't want to go too much into detail. But it's just family problems. Making sure that I become their backbone support as far as going out there and actually cutting yards and stuff like that for the family. When I first started the business, I gotta say, I didn't do that, and it's a very good reason why, because it was a cousin of mine. See, this is not the only lawn care business in the family. So it was another cousin of mine that was taking care of their lawn. So they said, hey, you know what, bump that. We want Maurice to take care of it. They seen all the results, and they're like, hey, you're not gonna just take care of other people's yard. You're gonna have to take care of us. And I was like, man, ain't all right. Well, we'll go ahead and we'll see what we can do. So I done reached out to some people in my family. I'm still trying to, you know, work on that family matrix and stuff. Some kids, you know, some family members are getting better than others. Just gotta go ahead and face the factor that, you know, some people are not gonna change, and you're gonna have to go ahead and go forward, and hopefully that everything can be able to pan out good, and hopefully everybody has a Jehovah blessed day. God is actually watching over us, and now you know that basically in St. Petersburg, Florida, now people know that how, you know, connected that we can be as far as Americans, and, you know, coming together and stuff like that. I don't even seen people out here even raking each other's yards and stuff like that. And when they got done with their yard, their own personal yard, this is what kind of touched me too. They went over, you know, almost all the neighbors and everything like that, and actually, if they needed a yard cut after they raked up the leaves or anything up thereof, they basically chipped in. Now, in some neighborhoods is more than others, and I came from that part of town where I'm Southern, and I came from that part of town where, you know, things like that don't really necessarily pan out, and we don't get to see or view things of that nature. So that's why I turn on, you know, viewers like this, and made this channel Oscellaris Lawn Care LLC, so people can see what's on the outside just like I see it. They're not like, hey, you know, I'm Maurice all of a sudden changed, but they'll know from step by step. Somebody told me, if they ever wonder why you got the success that you have the trucks that you have, and I know I don't appear to be right now, but it's a good thing to film the journey, so you can be able to go ahead and show them when it was time where I was driving old Betsy. They can see it in the video, and they could be like, hey, you know what, they don't have to shut down their businesses, and you can try hard out here. Don't shut down your business and stuff like that, especially ethnic communities and minorities and stuff like that, alike Caucasians, you know, minorities and stuff like that alike. Don't do it, because what's gonna happen when you go ahead and get that job? They're gonna give you what they always give you when they. You got to think about it. When you go out there and get these jobs out here, what they're gonna do? If you got to always count on the dependability. The corporations always count on the dependability of that person for what? the duration is like 3 years, but it's like more like a year when they start searching around for dependability people and stuff that they want to upgrade in the company. So what happens is after that trial period is up, I mean, they're going to keep you as a worker. They're going to keep you working. You're going to be in the environment. You're going to have most self-improved things being done, and some, you know, that person that they pick, if it's not you, meaning if they giving you those white envelopes and you got to go home and do this and this and that, and you got that certain supervisor that does not hear what you got to say, like I said it once before, go out there and go to if you're in St. Pete right now, go to Greenhouse. There's some kind of programs that they have, and find out wherever, you know, you may reside at, you may rest your head at, as far as that being said, to get you a business, and make sure you think about what you're getting into as far as a business. Don't just go up and just draw up an instantaneous business plan and don't have anything in place, because it, just like the job, it can fail. But then when you fail at the job, you can always go get another one. When you fail at business, it's forever. It's forever. Social media and where it's designed at right now, you got Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. I mean, it's forever. Once you put it out there, it's forever. And people are gonna always ask you what you did, how you did it. I mean, I got videos out there 6 years ago I did, and for internet marketing, and they still ask me to this day, are you with such and such and such program? And guess what? I open up and I say, yeah, I am still with that program. I still get my commissions from them programs. But if I would have never tried, and I would have never did anything about what type of grounds that you can pursue in life, saying you're gonna always be behind. You're gonna always be that step behind. You're gonna always have. Myself, I don't give a hoot what puts me down. You know what I'm saying? A dollar is a dollar. 50 cents is 50 cents. I believe if the video didn't come out, I'm just gonna say it just like this. You see this? This is a ball fist. You cannot, and when you got a fist, but you cannot put anything in it, nut can come in and nut can come out. Then basically, what is this? This is an open hand. Now you can welcome another situation on in your life, and you can graduate on and by shaking somebody else's hand. When you got your hands open, you can be able to go ahead and open other doors. You can be able to go ahead and try out for other jobs. You can be able to go ahead and actually get yourself situated with other things. But if you travel around depressed and you always looking at somebody else that got that new truck or that new F-150 or that new F-350, guess what? You're never gonna make it in life. You're never gonna make it in life. I've done it for years and years and years and years of looking at people and also asking them questions. Yeah, that's only part of it. You only did the research. You only got your feet wet in the research field. And some people stay stuck in the research lane where they say, hey, you know what, I tried this out, and then they don't notice that white light bulb goes off in their head and be like, hey, you know what, I've already tried this out. And guess what? They only did the research on it. They never really tried that out. They only pontificated on trying it out. But the research just became so difficult, they never got a chance to try it out. So what I'm trying to say to you is, and when you get certain situations getting handed to you, you know it's falsely, and you know you're in a situation where you're sitting down in a nice organization and you having lunch with your supposedly friends, constituents, what, associates, and you're looking around and none of them are getting the write-ups, and none of them are getting all the trouble that you're getting into, and none of them, and everybody's going on vacation, everybody's going to work and whatnot. At least try, you know, to think on a positive level and actually ask yourself, are you really trying hard, you know, for that job? Maybe it might be you, but most of the time, I guarantee, most of the time, if it ain't you, if you're not partying, and if you like to go to work on time, most of the time it's them. And it's your time to shine. When you find out it's them, don't wait until they fire you. Don't wait until they try to make a final decision. Don't wait until they try to throw your ass in jail. Go out there, go and get your business and pay your bills. Pay your bills. Go out there and help somebody out. What I'm trying to say is, go out there and get a side hustle and go out there and help somebody out that need the help. I've seen so many, when I was working in a hospital, I seen so many elderly that said their grandsons weren't even going to the house to even visit when it was time to cut the grass. So my very first customer was actually a hospital, a person I met at the hospital that said, hey, you know what, I'll pay you to be my lineman. I ended up to be her lineman for 3 years now, going on 3 years now, and I feel grateful for that, because that's what, you know, it made me feel good to help somebody else out. It gave me a little bit of money at first, but that little bit of money grows. You can be able to take, you know, that little bit of money and pay some bills off. And when they start to act funny with the paycheck or whatnot at your job, you can just laugh at it. But now you ain't in a position to even laugh at it no more. Like, basically, they can handle you right now. So, with that being said, this right here, old Betsy, I paid for her off of my businesses. And the reason why I got fired, they can say many things they said the time before about people didn't like me, this and that. I'm gonna tell you the real reason. The man got jealous of my 401k and my business. You know, he saw me out there doing business with other people, making business transactions, making more money than the company gave me. He felt like as if I cheated the company. He felt like as if I cheated the company, so he was going to cheat me. That's what that was all about. So now y'all heard it from me. Y'all heard the truth. I know some people was waiting to hear that one, but that's how it is, you know. And there's more people than that. He gave me a list of people that was jealous of me. So there you go. There you have it. From Oscellaris Lawn Care, that's a message from me to y'all. Now go ahead, write down in the comments below that all the stuff that you got from this video that you can take home and tell somebody else that you learned from this video. And see, and you know, write down in the comments. I mean, hey Maurice, I know I always hear Maurice have a good job, you're doing a good job, you're working hard, whatnot. But I always get, and I'm not going to complain about that, because that's a God and a Jehovah blessed thing. I'm just going to go ahead and say it like this. I wish that some more of y'all people, but actually people, my subscribers, I'm going to go ahead and fix that up. My subscribers to actually go ahead and mark down before this video ends, put your thought process of what you're feeling like today, and maybe I can be able to go ahead and talk you into something else that you might want to do, something else that you may think that you couldn't do. Now you can. You know what I'm saying? It's different. This year is different than it ever has been. For opportunities like going and making your own business, it's different. It's very different. It's very different than it was in 1960s and the 1970s and the 1950s. You get my joint? Because them times were very hard, especially for African Americans, some Caucasian thing, you know, Jewish, what it was. You got to think about it. Back then, it had what it was, the 60s, 70s. They had like the prohibition rights and stuff like that. You had doctors selling, you know, booze, drugs, stuff like that. I mean, you got to think about it, man. The hustle has always been out here, and you're depending on a system that's already broke. They still doing the same thing they did back in the prohibition days. They're just hiding it by paperwork. All right, man. Enough with that jib jabbing and yip yapping. I'm finna go ahead and say peace. All right, man. I'm depending on y'all. Write them comments out. Bye.